I'm at the Spanish Ballroom in Tacoma. Alex Vile just finished playing, and here I am with Jonah. How are you doing? I love your hair, by the way. You look great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. What did you think of tonight?
It was a really good show. I love all of Alex Vile's performances. This is my sixth time seeing them. It's always good to see them perform, and they even rock it without their guitar player Leo. They make it work no matter what. So it was a great performance. And after the show, they put on one of my favorite albums is playing right now. It's called Sunset Mission, and it's like a jazz album inspired by heavy metal, and it's what I put on to go to sleep. So it's a very chill album.
Well, I'm glad you're still awake for the interview.
Me too.
Yeah. Do you have like a favorite Alex Vile song?
My favorite Alex Vile song is actually Stainless. It was the last song that they performed, and the other 5 times that I've seen them, they didn't perform Stainless, and so I was really glad to actually see them perform Stainless today. It was my first time seeing it, and definitely my favorite song.
And they weren't even going to, and then just encore.
It was the encore. Cool. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Other times I've seen them, that has been like an opener for the show, so it was like really cool to see it as an outro instead. Do you have? So this is your 6th time seeing them, right? Mm-hmm. Do you have like a favorite experience seeing them?
My favorite time seeing them would have to be in Seattle at Baba Yaga during the Pioneer Square Fest.
Nice.
The sound guys there are amazing. They have a light board in the back, and overall the performance was amazing at Baba Yaga. And my first time I saw them was actually their last performance at Cush Hill. It was
really?
It was the last show at Cush Hill, and I saw them perform, and I'd been to a lot of local underground shows, even a couple at Cush Hill, but I had never seen a band in Tacoma perform that had such energy, and they truly just like kind of took my breath away a little bit. I was like, this band, I need to follow them around because they're doing something that's really, really cool, and I want to be a part of it.
That was I think the second to last time I saw them. And then the next time I saw them was, I think the night I met you, was at...
It was in Seattle, and Lamb played that day. And it was Lamb and Mini Golf Water Feature played that day.
Oh, wait, no, yeah. I met you at Black Lodge.
Yes,
and then
Black Lodge.
The second time I saw you was I think it was at Woodland Theater. And then Alex Vile, Zaley Hayes, and Cocker Spaniel played.
Yes, amazing show.
Yeah. Do you have any, what's some of your favorite venues in the area?
Locally in Tacoma, it's hard to say. I like the Spanish Ballroom. This is a good venue.
Have you been here before?
I have. I've seen quite a few shows here over the years since they opened. A little spaced out. It's been a while since I've been here, actually.
Okay.
Some of my favorite venues would actually probably be in Seattle. I think that Baba Yaga actually is probably one of my top venues.
I like the screens in the background. When you saw them at Baba Yaga, was there cameras on them with them? Were they projected onto the screen?
Yeah, you could see them in the back projected behind them. And
it's always really cool when that happens.
It was a very cool performance.
Yeah. So yeah, you said the first time you saw them was at Cush Hill, right? For the Cush Fest. That's like one of the greatest times I've seen. Did you feel the ground shaking with that too? Because I felt that.
Definitely. So I didn't even know who Alex Vile was at that point. So I was watching them perform, and like halfway through their performance, I was like walking around socializing for the beginning of it. And then I was like, I got to jump in the pit and dance around. And so, yeah, I definitely could feel the ground shaking. And I think that's the busiest house show I've ever been to. It felt like there was like almost 300 people there. I don't know if it was actually that many, but the house was packed. The outside of the front and the back was just filled with people. So you literally had to squeeze through to get anywhere. And it was a phenomenal show. And that was what made me want to go to more Alex Vile shows.
That was one of the best shows I've ever seen them play. You said when they started, you were just out talking to people. Were you like in the kitchen or backyard or?
I think I was like right by the door and the staircase, kind of moving around a little bit.
Yeah.
Just kind of jumped into it and jumped into the pit and was like, this is like no other band. I have a friend who I brought to the show today, and he's a really big Scott Pilgrim fan. When I told my friend Logan about Alex Vile, I was like, the first time I saw them, it felt like they were the real life Clash of Demon Head which is a fictional band in the movie Scott Pilgrim.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but in Scott Pilgrim, don't they have the song Black Sheep?
I wouldn't know off the top of my head, but
Like Brie Larson is in that movie, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I think she's in a band in the movie that's playing Black Sheep. Twice I've seen Alex Val where they've opened with a cover of Black Sheep. And the first time I saw them do that was the first time I was ever at a Cush Hill show. That was September 1st of 2023, opening with Black Sheep. It was insane.
That is insane. That I almost wish that I would have been able to go to some of those earlier shows because I didn't find out about Alex Vile until the beginning of the year, which is 2025.
Yeah. And I feel like, this is my 40th show tonight. I've seen them evolve a bit over time, so it's been a real treat watching the band. But
Yeah.
Do you have any other favorite local bands in like Seattle or Tacoma?
I really like, there's a Seattle band. Also, some of the kids are kind of from Tacoma. They're actually in their early 20s, and they're in a band called Dirty Verbs. And they're rock stars. They get up there and they literally like throw their guitars around and throw the drum kit, and they're actually like an inspiration as a museum and as a musician. And it's funny because they're like younger than me, and so it's really funny to be like see these young kids and be inspired by younger kids who are a lot younger than me, and be like, I want to be like them, even though they're like just starting in this career. And
I was at their second show, actually.
Okay, so you've seen Dirty Verbs. Yeah, Dirty
Yeah.
Verbs is awesome. And then what kind of got me into going to the underground show, the whole scene, local shows in Tacoma and Seattle was mini golf water feature, but specifically Hidden Driver. Some of my friends play in Hidden Driver, and they're also just a fantastic band.
All right. Earlier, didn't you mention something about the Fabulous Downey Brothers?
Yes, this summer I saw the Fabulous Downey Brothers 4 times.
Wow.
I saw them at Pioneer Square Fest the same day that I saw Alex Vile at Baba Yaga. We went, it was at a bar just around the corner from Baba Yaga, and the Fabulous Downey Brothers, they wear costumes and they like throw out party balls, and they just have a really like very fun party energy, and they're from Tacoma, but every time I've seen them has been in Seattle actually.
Very cool. Can I see some of your tattoos? They look really
Absolutely.
awesome.
So this
Your
is
whole
my
outfit's amazing.
Thank you, I appreciate that. This is my jeweled dagger and its case. It's inspired by a novel.
Okay.
And then this is one that I just got for my birthday, and then this one is very fresh. It's my tiger tattoo. Yeah, and this one, I'm really into Dio right now, and Dio has a song called Holy Diver where he talks about riding the tiger. And this summer, there's been a lot of like reoccurring symbols like stars. It was funny that the stamp today was a star because I've seen a lot of stars this summer, and also tigers. So.
Yeah. Do you have any idea how many shows you've been to?
I'd say it's hard to say. I pretty much I try and go to a show every weekend if I can. And I went to at least one show every weekend in July and like the end of June, so a good amount for sure.
Yeah. Do you know how long you've been like involved in the scene, like going to local shows?
I would say I really got involved in like 2023 going to Hidden Driver shows, but I mostly just went to their shows until more recently.
Okay. Alex, it's kind of like Alex Vile is like that for me, because they're the band that got me to start going to lots of shows too. Like I saw a few bands before them, but like they're the band that like really propelled me more too. Any advice on people who haven't gone to local shows or who are looking to go to shows?
I would say ask your friends if they know any shows, and Instagram is actually a wonderful platform for finding local shows. And I've noticed that like the algorithm on Instagram, once you start like liking a couple posts that are shows in Seattle or Tacoma, it will recommend more shows, and I find out about other events. So most of the shows that I go to, I actually find out through Instagram.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add?
I think, that's probably about it. If you, my Instagram is Let the Boogie Take You Over, and I'd like to eventually actually start a band. and I'm thinking about just calling it Let the Boogie. So,
This is a really cool.
Yeah, I want to
love
start
it.
a dance band kind of inspired by Daft Punk with like funky bass lines and synthesizers. So that's a long-term project, but I would like to get there.
Yeah, I believe you can get there.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then someday people will be watching this.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.